My name's Forrest Gump.
Welcome to the Dragon's Den. My name is Leo Drake, and thank you for spending part of your day with me. Please consider subscribing as it is free and stupid is as stupid does. If you enjoy the video, click the like button and ring the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. In this video, we are reviewing Forrest Gump. I will be discussing the movie during this video, so consider this your one and only spoiler warning. So let's get to it.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Forrest Gump from 1994 is directed by Robert Zemeckis and based on the book by Winston Groom. Forrest is waiting for a bus and starts talking to people while he waits. When Forrest was a boy, he lived with his mother in Alabama. They would rent rooms so they were never lonely. Forrest got magic shoes and taught Elvis how to dance. On the first day of school, Forrest gets on the bus and meets Jenny.
I'm Jenny. I'm Forrest Gump.
Jenny becomes Forrest's special friend, his only friend, but she often does not want to go home, so they spend a lot of time together. Other children pick on Forrest because he is a little slow. Forrest runs away from the bullies, and one day his leg braces come off.
Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest!
Forrest reveals that he can run like the wind blows, and from that day forward,
From that day on, if I was going somewhere, I was running.
one day Jenny is not at school, so Forrest goes over to her house. Jenny is hiding from her father in the fields and prays to God to make her a bird so she can fly far away from here. Jenny does not get turned into a bird, but she does go to live with her grandma. Forrest and Jenny are friends through high school and nothing much changes. Until Forrest is spotted running by the football coach and joins the team. He goes to college on a football scholarship while Jenny goes to an all-girls college, although Forrest travels to see her whenever he can. The football team does so well that Forrest visits the White House and meets the president. They have all kinds of free food, but Forrest is thirsty, drinking about 15 Dr. Peppers, so he really needs a wee when it is time to meet the president. Shortly after, that President JFK is assassinated. Forrest gets a college degree and his mum is so proud. Forrest joins the army and gets on another bus where he sits next to Bubba. Bubba knows everything about shrimp, and when he gets out of the army he plans to get his own shrimp boat. He asks Forrest if he would like to be his partner. Forrest fits into the army well because he does what he is told.
God damn it, Gump! You're a goddamn genius!
Forrest misses his mama and Jenny, who gets thrown out of school because of some photos. She sings in Memphis naked and the crowd try to grab the guitar. Forrest tells Jenny he loves her and is shipping out to Vietnam. Lieutenant Dan's ancestors have fought and died in every American war, so Forrest feels lucky to have him as his commander. In Vietnam, it rains for 4 months, and when it finally stops, the unit comes under fire. Forrest runs out of danger until he is alone in the jungle. He goes back for Bubba, but finds a number of wounded soldiers asking him for help. The one person who does not want Forrest's help is Lieutenant Dan, who has ordered an airstrike and wants to die in battle like his predecessors. Forrest carries him out under protest, and when he finally comes across Bubba, he can't save him. Forrest gets shot in the buttocks as he carries Bubba out of the jungle, and the airstrike arrives. Forrest is sent to the hospital where he gets all the ice cream he can eat. Lieutenant Dan has lost his legs in the conflict and wishes he died. Forrest is given the Medal of Honor for saving his comrades and starts playing ping pong until he gets really good. Forrest receives his medal from President Johnson at the White House and shows him his battle scar. Jenny is a hipster who is caught up in the protests against the Vietnam War. They meet in Washington, where Jenny decides to stay with her boyfriend. Forrest does not return to Vietnam. He gets into the special services and plays ping pong. During this time, he witnesses the moon landing and John Lennon is shot. With the war finally over, Forrest goes to visit Lieutenant Dan in New York over New Year. Forrest made a promise to Bubba and plans to be a shrimp boat captain.
In the day that you are a shrimp boat captain, I will come and be your first mate.
For his exploits on the ping pong team, Forrest is invited to the White House again and meets the president again. Forrest endorses a ping pong paddle, earning enough money to buy a shrimp boat, which he names Jenny. Lieutenant Dan arrives to keep his promise and be his first mate. Shrimping is extremely hard until a huge storm takes out their competition, and then everything changes. Bubba Gump Shrimp becomes the #1 industry leader and makes Forrest a rich man. During the storm, Lieutenant Dan makes peace with God and thanks Forrest for saving his life in Vietnam. Forrest gives Bubba's family their share of the profits before receiving a phone call to say his mum is sick. Forrest goes home to care for his mama and cuts the grass in Alabama. One day, Jenny comes to visit and Forrest asks her to marry him. They spend the night together, but in the morning, Jenny is gone. After his mother dies, there is only one thing Forrest feels like doing.
I just felt like running.
Forrest runs across America for 3 years, 2 months, 14 days, and 16 hours before getting tired and returning home. Forrest gets a letter from Jenny and is waiting for the bus to go see her. The lady next to him on the bench advises Jenny's address is not far away, and Forrest goes to see Jenny, who is a waitress and a mother to young Forrest. Jenny is sick. They move home to Alabama and get married. Lieutenant Dan gets new legs, and after Jenny dies, Forrest takes care of their son, who gets the bus to school on his very first day. Tom Hanks gives perhaps his greatest performance in this moving story, which sees him paired magically with director Robert Zemeckis. The film won 6 Oscars and has so many memorable quotes. No matter how many times I watch this movie, it always has an impact, and that is why I give Forrest Gump 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching. Forrest Gump is rare in that the film is better than the book. If you would like to see a video where I discuss movies that are better than the original source material they are based on, please subscribe and like the video. Let me know in the comments down below any suggestions you have. I'm looking to post a new video every Monday, so be sure to come back for that and click the link on screen to watch another of my videos. Until next time, hoorah!